say for your safety and comfort. First of all, there's no smoking on the Super Tram or inside any of the studio buildings. Please stay seated while the tram is in motion and keep your arms and legs inside the tram at all times. Pages 24 and 25 that he worked on his hit film Liar Liar. In recent months, he's been seen on lot working on his newest project. It's a biography of the comedian Andy Kaufman, and it's called Man on the Moon. Right now we're starring Janine Garofalo, Ben Stiller, and Academy Award winner Jeffrey Rush, called The Mystery Men. Recently inside Stage 27, we finished working on an upcoming TV movie for ABC. Starring Peter Falk, who's reprising his hit role as the famed detective Columbo. We do a lot of television work here at Universal, and right now we're entering the section of the studio where we do most of it. The sound homes away from home, the many actors under contract here at Universal, such as Doris Gay, Cary Grant, and Rod Hudson. Keep your eyes on Ron's side as we pass by Bungalow 105. You may recognize a very famous silhouette next to the door. That's the caricature Mr. Alfred Hitchcock designed of himself. It was in that building that for years he brought us hit films, quality films, such as to look like a major city. Now facade is a French word, it means false front, and that's just what these buildings are. Merely the fronts and sides of real buildings. While they may look like they're sturdily built out of stone and wood, that's not the case. What they are is styrofoam and foam rubber. It keeps costs down, and it gives them a very realistic look. Right now as we head along the street, take a look over on my side of our cross street. We're heading by Brownstone Street. You may recognize it from the hit New Line cinema film, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. That's where Macaulay Culkin's uncle lived and where he once again had to fight off the pesky burglars Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci. But hold on to your seats, everyone, because right now we're taking a trip to the future. Back to the future, that is. Who can forget that famous scene where Chris the Big Apple? However, it can be made to look like in any major metropolis in the entire world. However wonderful these sets are, sometimes they don't provide everything a director needs, and because of that, we'll build an entire section of a city indoors. That's what we've done inside this building. You may want to get your cameras out and ready. I've heard some strange things are going on in here.
Destruction continues east, causing thousands to flee their homes. Police admit that they are powerless to stop the invasion.
Kelly, look out! Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed by the police that we need to clear the area, so we're heading on out of here. I don't know exactly what the problem is. Wait, I see something up ahead through the mist. No, it's a gorilla in the mist. It's King Kong! The police are shooting at the great ape and he looks angry. Hold on, everyone. He's got a hold of the cables. This bridge could go at any minute. Do you smell bananas? Wait, no, the road's blocked up ahead. The third and fourth cars are stuck on the bridge. Hold on back there. Mr. Lemley built this bridge for... Okay, I don't know if you saw that, everyone, but a support pillar just fell off the bridge. Ron, I don't think it's safe to go over right now. Can we just head up the back road? Okay, we're just going to head up the back road, everyone, not to worry. Okay, can we reverse and I'll move the roadblocks? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed that we have no reverse on this Super Tram. Oh, I don't like the look of this. But it shouldn't be a problem. The bridge has held up for 80 years. I'm sure it'll hold up for another 5 minutes while we're on it. Just stay in your seats. It appears will be the last tram ever to go over this bridge. Okay, it seems we may be the first tram to get stuck under it. Oh, this doesn't look good for those of you in the back. Hold on back there. Oh. I don't know if the fifth car made it, Ron. Let me get a quick car count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth car, can you turn around, make sure the fifth car is with us? No? No fifth car? afraid they'll just have to catch up with us when they dry off. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing to be scared of on our bridge. That is, unless you're scared of the 70s, because that's when this bridge was built. As you watch, it will put itself back together. It's operated hydraulically, not by magic. It was built back in the early 70s just for this backlot tram tour. However, since then, it's been seen in several television productions, such as the $6 million Home from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. If you're taking a look at the large boulders and tree trunks in the area, I'm sure you'll agree that they look very real. However, they are not. Much like our facades, they're built out of sand. Betty Rubble from that 1994 live-action film that starred John Goodman, Rick Moranis, Rosie O'Donnell, and Elizabeth Perkins. However, don't get so used to our prehistoric settings just yet, because right now we're crossing over from the prehistoric past to the present. The past has come alive. Welcome to Jurassic Park: The Lost World. Take a look over on the wrong side of the tram right now. You may recognize that Fleetwood RV from a very suspenseful scene in the film. It was seen dangling over a cliff with our lead actors hanging inside it, as two T-Rexes were trying to push it down into the ocean. Trips down to Tijuana, well, they really came right here into Old Mexico of our backlot. All day today we've been testing some weather effects in the area for an upcoming movie. And if we're lucky, the guys up in the booth, Freddie and Johnny, will give us a show of what they've been working on. How about it, guys? Guys?
Sure, folks. Hey, buddy. Can you give us some thunder and...
If you take a look over on the driver's side right now, I will spoil the effect for you. If you look towards the treetops and the top of the telephone pole, you'll actually see sprinklers hidden up there. Those sprinklers are pointed upwards so that as the rain falls, it appears as if it's falling naturally to the ground.
Freddie, is that too much rain? I don't know if the system can handle it.
Guys, you promised me you worked this out earlier today. Okay, everyone, don't worry about it. We just have a small glitch in the system. If there is going to be a little problem, it's going to be coming from the top of the hill over there on the driver's side, so you may want to keep an eye out there and an eye on your valuables as well. You're experiencing a flash flood Hollywood style. We hold thousands of gallons of water up in a holding tank up on the top of those hills. When we press a button, the doors are open to that tank, and well, you've seen what happens after that. It's where we pretty much first started making movies here in Universal. Our doors opened March 15th, 1915, and pretty much every day since then, we've been working on stuff out here. We first got our start making silent films with such stars as Tom Mix, Hoot Gibson, and everyone's favorite radio announcer. Upcoming action film. However, because the cast and crew has gone on location for a couple months in San Francisco, we have an opportunity to take you right inside. This is one of the few two-story sets in all of Hollywood. Most two-story shoots are done with one story in one soundstage and the second story in yet another. However, we needed to continue a shot following our actor from the busy street scene above us, down these stairs, and into this subway. Unfortunately, you can't see the street scene above us today because, well, we don't have an elevator large enough to take the entire... Alright, hold on everyone, that's just a little California tremor. We have them all the time. Just stay in your seats and hold on to your valuables up. We should be out of here in just a minute. If you take a look back to the third car, the second story is actually coming down on us, everyone. Oh, folks, this isn't good. The sidewalk is actually coming up on my side of the tram. Oh my gosh, everyone look out! Okay, folks, I think we've been through the worst of it. Just wait, no, we've broken a water main! Well, on behalf of Ron and myself, I just have to take a second and apologize to you folks. We've put you through an awful lot today, not meaning to. Start Michael. Michael, there's really a shark out there. Get out of the water. Michael! Michael, row your boat ashore. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. And as such, she lived in pretty much every one of these houses at one time or another, each time with a different husband. Right now on Ron's side of the trail, we're passing by a mansion that was used in the classic 1927 film Uncle Tom's Cabin. And the white church-looking building we're passing by served as Eddie Munster's schoolhouse in the classic show The Munsters. And it starred Janet Leigh and Anthony Perkins. We made a recreation here at Universal just this past year, starring Vince Vaughn, Julianne Moore, and Anne Heche, directed by Gus Van Sant. As we come around the corner, you do have a great shot of both the motel and the houses all in one picture. Oh look everyone, we're in luck. There's a vacancy. Now rooms 1 and 2 of the motel were actually used for filming, and inside room 1 there is a working shower. However, that was not the shower that we used for the shower scene. It took over 7 days inside a soundstage to film just a short few seconds of footage for that film. Now the first house we're coming up to on Ron's side of the tram is the new Bates Mansion from the recreation of Psycho. And right next door we have Anthony Perkins' car still parked lovingly right outside the Psycho house. Mind-tingling scenes took place as Vince Vaughn was desperately calling for help on the radio, and Julianne Moore and Jeff Goldblum's daughter in the film were fighting for their lives in those towers from the killer raptors. And not all our sets have killer raptors abounding in them. Nope.